Hi, Aisha. I'm really sorry to bother you right now. I know I'm messaging you just before your wedding ceremony. You must be super stressed right now, but I really need to talk to you. My seat wasn't in the venue, so I just wanted to contact you to check what's going on. Did the staff forget to set up all the seats in the hall? I'm sorry, could you please check with them if we need more seats, please? Oh my god, I didn't realize you were messaging me. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Actually, there was a mistake and the seats weren't ready. And it seems like it's going to be impossible to add more seats in the venue now. So can you please just stand at the edge of the hall? Oh, really? Is there really nothing you can do about this? But it's super difficult to stand still for such a long time during a ceremony like this, though. Well, if you don't want to do that, then maybe you should just go home. It's absolutely impossible to add more seats now, so the only way you can watch is to stand or leave. Wait, what? Are you being serious right now? You're not going to find me somewhere to sit? You're going to make me leave? Well, like I said, there's not a lot I can do now. You understand, right? There's just really not enough space for you. Look, Fatima, I don't really like you at all, and I don't want you here at the wedding. So just read the room a little bit and go home, please. Huh? What the heck did you just say to me? I guess I've been vaguely aware of your hatred towards me for a while now. I'm not too surprised at this. But for kicking me out of my own brother's wedding ceremony? Are you kidding me? What have I ever done to you to make you hate me so much? I understand you don't like me. I just don't get why you do. You seriously want to go into detail of me disliking you? Are you trying to rip into me for reasons why I hate you? You've always been so rude to me and think that you can get away with it. You've always tried to desperately stand out from me, haven't you? It's as clear as day that you're blatantly trying to make yourself look better in front of the family and other people around us. You try to convince them that you're a better cook than me. That kind of thing is nothing but harassment. You try and shove yourself into the spotlight when I'm the one trying to shine in it. That's why I hate you. Whoa, just hold on a minute there, Aisha. What the heck are you talking about? I have never been like that in front of you. I've got no clue what you're saying. Don't say to me that you forgot how you've acted towards me. Don't you remember the dinner we had with my parents at their house the other day? Huh? Oh, yeah, your parents invited us. It's hard to forget the really grand mansion that feels like a house owned by some hotshot executive. We were talking about bringing food and having a house party, but I was a little embarrassed by how out of place my side dish was. You've said that so often already. You proudly accept your appeal just because my parents mentioned your homemade food. Mommy and Daddy just keep on praising your cooking over and over again. They kept saying to me, why don't you get Fatima to teach you how to cook properly? I've never been so angry in my life until that point. You were trying to make me look bad in front of my parents. You're always the star of these house parties, aren't you, Fatima? On that day, we had talked about celebrating my marriage and being together as a family. Why did you all of a sudden become the center of all the excitement? Don't you think that's odd? I'm supposed to be the main character right now. Aisha, you were the main character that day. I was certainly happy that you all enjoyed my cooking, but it was just a compliment, no big deal. Oh, shut up, Fatima. It's not good that you stand out from me, not even for a moment. It's so frustrating to deal with. What? I've not been trying to do that to you, Aisha. I just wanted to celebrate you and my brother today and bond with our families. You've been trying to steal my attention a lot more lately. My mom, dad, and Ali think it's weird. I get it, it's only natural that you can cook so well since your mother taught you well, but you don't need to show off. After all, you're 10 years older than Ali. You're just a pitiful single old hag living alone and has nothing better to do all day. You can't do anything else but cook and show off, but you need to end all this attention-seeking business right now. It's not fair. Oh my god, what? Excuse me? Did you just call me an old hag, Aisha? Is that really necessary? Well, it's true. You're nothing but an old hag who's rotting away in their apartment and will probably own a bunch of cats later on in life since you're still single. I never expected for you and Ali to be 10 years apart in age. It's such a big age gap. When I first heard that from Ali, I was so disappointed. I never thought that I would have an older sister-in-law who's almost hitting 40. You're so old. It's just weird having you be around us younger people. Okay, well, I used to get quite angry over a lot of things, but I've calmed down a bit about my situation. It did look like I was getting a lot of compliments on my cooking, didn't it? So you don't like that, and you don't like me as a person? For now, I want you to know that you're obviously just jealous of me, and you've made your point about hating me, so how about we calm down now? Excuse me? You don't tell me to calm down. I know when to calm myself down, thank you very much. And there's no way that I'd be jealous of an old hag like you. Even though you're good at cooking, don't you think you get a little carried away with your so-called talent? I don't know about that one, Aisha. Look, I think you really do need to calm down since you've made your feelings quite clear. Okay, anyway, I don't like you, and I want you to go home now, Fatima. The bride's the star of the ceremony. The daughter of the company said so. An old hag like you doesn't have any right to veto my decisions, so leave and don't even think about trying to get into my ceremony. Hey, Fatima, where are you right now? I wanted to say hello to you, but I've looked all over the venue and I can't find you. Surely you've been in the hall for a while now, right? Maybe I just can't see where you're sitting? Oh, Jasmine, hello. I'm so sorry to have you running around the entire venue looking for me. Actually, I'm on my way home right now. You won't find me at the venue because I left the wedding hall. I'm sorry to waste your time. Wait, what? Why did you go home? Are you okay? What's going on? Did something happen? You do know that their wedding is about to start, right? Yes, I know. Unfortunately, some various circumstances have come up and I had to leave. This hasn't got anything to do with them not having any more seats in the venue, is it? Oh, I knew it. Actually, I was aware that there was no seat for you, even though you're a part of the family. What is going on, Fatima? I thought you weren't here because of work or something like that, so I thought that I would see you at the ceremony later, but to be honest, I thought that something weird was going on. Yeah, is it okay if I talk to you about something? So, there's a reason why I'm not there. Actually, Aisha dropped a bomb on me that she hates me. So it seems like there wasn't a seat ready for me for the ceremony because of her hating me and not wanting me there. Are you kidding me? She actually told you that? What's her problem? Why would she do this to you? You're her fiancé's sister, for goodness sake. Aisha told me that she doesn't like me taking her spotlight all the time and that I stand out more than her. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, I understand that today is really important to them and I don't want to make things worse. So I did the adult thing and went home. I don't want to give my little brother any more trouble because of Aisha, so please, just keep this to yourself. Okay, hold on just a minute there, Fatima. This is crazy. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the party. I don't think anyone else hates you. I guess I didn't think that not everyone would like my cooking. I guess she took advantage to stand out since she didn't like my cooking. That sounds like a lot to deal with. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Maybe she's just angry as you're just wanting to know what's going on. Maybe we're all too aggressive for her. Actually, we've been talking about your cooking a lot of the time at my house. It was so nice to have you make food for us. Oh, really? Does that mean you like my cooking, Jasmine? The food you made for the party was super delicious. My husband and I fell in love with that dish you made, so I asked Aisha to ask you for the recipe. And I wanted to invite you over here so you can teach me how to make all of your tasty dishes. That must have been what bothered my daughter, so she did this. Oh, I see. Well, I guess I understand where she's coming from, but I just don't know what I've done to her. Aisha is my only daughter, and she's just so adorable. But now I feel like I've spoiled her, and she was pampered so much when she was growing up. Maybe that's why she thinks she has the best personality and wants to be in the spotlight all the time. I'm so sorry that I didn't get involved sooner to stop her. Oh, please, don't worry, Jasmine. Don't worry too much about it. I can handle myself. Maybe I did something else to bother her. I don't know about that, Fatima, but for her to kick you out of the venue so you can't see your little brother get married, that's such a terrible thing to do. I'm going to try and convince my daughter to let you come back and watch the wedding. Oh, really? You can do that for me? Is that all right? All I want is to see my brother say I do. Of course, you should be allowed to see your brother get married just like everyone else. I'll go and get your seats sorted immediately, so please make your way back to the wedding venue. I'll see you soon. Excuse me? Who invited you back here? How long do you think you plan on staying here? Didn't I tell you before? There aren't any more seats, so could you please go back home and stay there? Aisha, what are you even talking about? Did Jasmine not tell you what's going on? She told me that she was going to find a seat for me right away. What are you talking about? Since when were you talking to my mommy? What the heck? She didn't tell me anything. Oh my God, this is so annoying. I never thought that you'd go crying to my mom about what I said to you. You've got a lot of nerve doing that. No, that's not what I did. She was the one who messaged me asking where I am. She wanted to make sure that I got to see my little brother today. No, as the bride, I'm the main character today. This is my wedding and I'll do whatever I like. I'm telling you to go home, so you need to leave right now. You know how much I hate you. I don't want you here at all. Are you crazy? Why are you still here? Hurry up and leave. You're ruining everything. How could you talk to me this way? Why should I have to leave? Why do you hate me so much that I'm not allowed to be here? Aha, I know. Maybe you're just trying to find yourself your own husband amongst this crowd, right? That's why you're trying to stay in this hall. You want to find someone to marry. What the heck are you saying? Why would I try and find a husband at your wedding? Oh, I see what's happening now. It makes total sense that you're doing this because you're a single and miserable old hag. You can't afford to miss such a good opportunity to find your soulmate. Did you know that many of my male friends are actually doctors and lawyers? I'll ask if anyone is single to come to today's wedding regardless of their gender. I know you're desperately trying to stand out at my wedding. We both know for a fact that what you said is not the reason why I'm coming to this wedding. There is no way that I'd act out and hunt down potential future husbands at my own brother's wedding. But you're already getting up there in age, and you're so miserable to deal with. You'd probably never admit it, but deep down, we all know how desperate you are to meet someone. That's why no matter how many times I tell you to go home, you're not going to budge. I thought you were just being a stubborn hag, but you're just looking for a man. You're so desperate, it just makes me laugh so much. Aisha, I'm getting really sick of your attitude towards me. Could you please just cut this out? Look, I know you don't like me, but would you stop calling me a miserable old hag? It is so rude. And just because I'm single doesn't mean you can make fun of me for it. A lot of people these days choose to be single for longer. I can't take this anymore. Oh, shut up, Fatima. You're so annoying. Don't talk back to me, you old hag. I'm allowed to call you whatever I like. If you don't want me making fun of you so much, then why don't you just hurry and go home? Then you wouldn't have to talk back to me about being a crappy person. Aisha, please stop being like this towards me. I didn't do anything to you. You really need to stop this. If you've got something to complain about, then you need to hurry up and leave. Stop making excuses to stay. This wedding day's important to me, and I want you to go home. Just having you, an old lady, around makes the atmosphere feel less lively. You're so boring. Well, if that's the case, then shouldn't all the old people at your wedding be told to go home too? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I only want you to leave because you're miserable. You're annoying and you're so much older than me. You know, I really didn't know that you hated old women so much, Aisha. I guess your mommy will go home then. It's a shame that I won't be able to see my precious daughter's wedding, but that's your wish, so... Wait, what? Are you talking about my mother? Why? Why would she leave the wedding? Just wait a minute, is that you, Mom? Yes, it's me, your mother. Since I'm an old lady, of course I'll go home. I wonder if all the women older than you should go home now. I'm sure that's your definition of what an old hag is, isn't it, Aisha? Wait, hold on. What's that supposed to mean? I don't dislike old ladies. I just hate Fatima. Why do you even have her phone for? Wow, you really didn't realize what I was doing at all, did you? I tried to call out to you many times in the waiting room, but you were so absorbed with messaging on your phone and didn't notice me at all, so I had no choice but to get a seat for Fatima and call her. Wait, what? It was your idea to get Fatima back here? How could you do that, Mommy? Honestly, why would you do that? You were so focused on messaging that I was getting worried about who you were texting. So I asked her to show me her messages. I never expected that you'd throw so much horrible abuse at Fatima. I can't believe you'd treat someone like this, Aisha. Wait, what? She showed you her messages? That's an invasion of our private conversation. She's so infuriating. When did she do this? Since when have you been watching us message each other? Why would you spy on me like this? For how long doesn't matter when it comes to how badly you've been treating Fatima. But I've seen all the messages you've been sending to each other. What? This can't be happening right now. Please tell me this is a joke you're playing, Mom. I've got no words to say to you. I didn't bring up my daughter to act like this, but I know how spoiled you've been throughout your life. Where on earth did you learn to talk like that to somebody? It's disgusting behavior. I don't remember you talking like this when you were younger. Mommy, please. You know I would never speak about anyone like this. I've got good reasons to talk about Fatima this way. She took the spotlight away from me. It's not my fault. Fatima is trying to make everyone like her and take them away from me. I should be the one getting all the attention, especially today. I don't want to hear your selfish excuses anymore, Aisha. If you hate old women so much, I'll just go home with Fatima. I'm not an ancient being, but I know I'm nearing retirement age, so I guess I'm an old woman then. If I wasn't like this, I'm sure the wedding would be more lively. What are you talking about? Mommy, stop being like this. You're not that old. And I don't hate you. I just don't like Fatima. Please don't leave. It's not a good sign if the bride's mother decides to go home now. Please, it wouldn't look good. Don't you understand? It's not good to send Fatima home either when she's your fiancé's sister. We're going to be a big family soon. But Fatima's so annoying, Mommy. She's so old, miserable, and she's single. She brings down everyone. Even though she's 10 years older than me, she always tries to outshine me in everything I try to do. What's the point in trying to convince you otherwise, Aisha? There's no point fighting you on this. If you can't let Fatima stay and watch the wedding, then as your mother, I can't condone this. I'm going to leave too. Goodbye, Aisha. Mommy, no! Please wait. Are you seriously leaving? You can't go home right now. We've not even started the ceremony yet. I'm giving up and I'm not talking to the others about this. If you're going to come home with a bunch of people, it'll be such a nuisance for your new husband. It'll be a childish thing to do to involve everyone in this problem. I've got to go and calm down a little. Fatima and I are going home now. But please, you're my mother. You can't leave me. It's my wedding day. Please don't go. I need you. Have a nice ceremony, Aisha. I'll leave the rest of the things to your father. He can deal with you. I'm done with all this nonsense. How could you do this to me, Fatima? It is all your fault that my mommy decided to go home. How could you show her our messages? I even took the trouble to write a letter to my mom. If the person in question isn't present, then all the emotion of the ceremony would be ruined. All the guests were gossiping because they saw that my mom wasn't there. It's all your fault. Well, congratulations on getting through a super irregular wedding. You know, your mother took me out for tea and coffee as an apology. It was actually so nice to share coffee and delicious pastries with her. I can't believe this. Are you kidding me? How could you both do this to me? She didn't attend her own daughter's wedding, but she went and had coffee with you? We had such a wonderful time together, and we just relaxed and talked about so many different things. But halfway through our conversation, I was listening to her complaints, and she said that you always wanted to be the best at everything. I was sighing and thinking about what she said. I almost ran out of things to say to her. How could you? Just shut up, Fatima. I'm supposed to be the one having a nice day with my mom and family. You've ruined it. I was a woman born into a rich family. It's okay for me to be selfish and to do what's best for me. You're so annoying. Wow. Okay, I guess that's a new and I guess refreshing way to look at spoiled brats. It would have worked out according to plan if you had just gone home quietly. Because of you, my mother got involved. And because of her not being at the wedding, it's going to make things so complicated. If anything bad happens, I'm cutting you off. Don't you dare show your face in front of me again. You make me so angry, I just can't take it anymore. You can't just cut me off from my own family, Aisha. You've got no right to do that. My brother shouldn't be affected by this. It's the best thing to do. I hate you so much. You're not allowed to see your brother ever again. I won't let you. If you meet up with him, I'll know.
I can't believe you'd do this to my own family. This makes me sick. You make me want to throw up. What did my sister ever do to you?
Wait, this isn't Fatima. Is that you, Ollie? Oh, my dear, why do you have her phone for?
I seriously don't feel good, and I'm not in any condition to fight with you anymore. How could you act like this? If you want to cut off my sister, then you can cut me off as well. My family sticks together no matter what, and I'm not going to let you ruin it, Aisha. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Don't bother showing your face in my neighbourhood either, because I'm just going to ignore you.
But I'm sorry, Ollie. I didn't do this to you. Don't leave me. I want to be with you. I just wanted your sister out of the picture. She ruins everything.
Don't talk crap, Aisha. Look, I'm going to the reception now, and I don't want to talk to you there. Don't even think about eating even a speck of my sister's cooking.
At the reception, Aisha seemed to keep her head down the entire time. Even though she kept to herself, she tried to reach for some of Fatima's food. The whole plate was then confiscated by Ali. After that, in the presence of their parents, Ali had a discussion with Aisha. As a result, Aisha was not allowed to see Fatima or Ali ever again, and the others decided to never contact her either. They told her this is the end of her boasting about being young and that she's not their daughter anymore. Aisha will never be able to eat Fatima's professional dishes ever again. Aisha now goes to cooking classes to get better at her dishes, but it sounds like she's causing chaos at her cooking classes every week. Let's hope she can improve her attitude and her cooking from now on.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Long time no see, Amy. I have something I want to tell you. Is it okay now? I'm getting married soon. Wow! Married? Oh, congrats, Millie. Thanks. What kind of person is he? We haven't talked to each other much recently. I had no idea you were seeing someone in the first place. Yeah, well, the person I'm marrying is in charge of a company. Wait, does that mean you're marrying a CEO? Congrats on the great catch. I know, right? I'm so great. I'm going to be so successful in life. Completely different from a peasant like you. Wait. Sorry, Amy. Due to the position I will be in after getting married, I'm going to have to cut all ties with you. You are not invited to the wedding. I just don't want you anywhere in my life anymore. Whoa, what's going on all of a sudden? Cut all ties with me? Why would you say such a mean thing to me? That's because I'm a winner, and I can't be seen as a loser. I have to carefully pick and choose who I want to be seen with. I'm in a completely different social class than you, peasant. Social class? I mean, I'm going to be the wife of a CEO. A woman in my class can't be seen hanging around someone of a lower class than that, so I don't want you to be in my life anymore. It's that simple. Millie, are you aware of how cruel you're being right now? I've been by your side since we grew up in the same orphanage. Only for you to throw away years of friendship over the fact that you're getting married to a CEO. I can't believe you would treat someone who practically grew up with you as if we were siblings like this. Shut up. Just because we grew up together doesn't mean I owe you anything in life. Plus, getting married to him is my ticket out of poverty. I'm going to be living the life that you could only dream of having. Why are you being so cold? We promised each other that we wouldn't leave each other alone even through marriage. Did we? I forgot. Millie. Anyways, this is why you're not invited to the wedding. He doesn't know that I grew up in an orphanage, and I would like to keep it that way. Having you at the wedding would make it obvious. What? You haven't told him? Why not? It's embarrassing to be raised in an orphanage. A person like that isn't fit to marry a CEO like him. If he finds out, my chance at a happy life will all be ruined. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Plus, a person who judges a person based on how they grow up is not worth marrying. You should be able to comfortably tell the people you love about it. Shut up. If I say that I'm not telling him, that means I won't be telling him. So don't you dare tell anybody. All you need to do is get out of my life. Millie, does this mean that you're embarrassed by me too? I grew up in the same place as you. You are absolutely an embarrassment to me. There is nothing I would gain from being friends with you. Thanks to this marriage, I will be leaving this low-class life and will be living in luxury. You and I wouldn't match anymore. Is that so? Well, I hope you're happy. Thanks for finally understanding. Hope you have a good life. Or at least try to.
Hey, Amy. It's been a while. Are you doing okay?
Kent, it's been a while. Of course I've been doing great. How about you? Are you doing okay? Are you and the other staff at the orphanage doing okay?
Yeah, we're all doing great, especially the kids, who are smiling and laughing every day. Listen, the reason for my message was that I wanted to ask you about something. Are you still in contact with Millie?
Oh, Millie?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I can't reach her number or any other means of contact with her, so I've been a bit worried about her lately.
Oh, then there's nothing to worry about. She was aesthetic over the fact that she was going to be married to a CEO.
What? She's getting married? Oh, congrats to her.
Yeah, it is something great. The thing is, though, she immediately told me that she wanted to cut all ties with me due to that marriage.
Wait, what?
She's hiding the fact that she grew up in an orphanage from her husband-to-be. Not to mention that she was embarrassed about where she grew up. She said that I'm not invited to the wedding, nor am I allowed to be in her life anymore.
That's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure that it's also why you haven't been able to reach her. If there's anything you wanted to tell her, I can try and deliver the message to her. I might not be blocked yet.
No, it's okay. If that's the case, then there's no need to do anything. I just wanted to ask if she could help out with this charity event. I'm sure she would reject the question if what you said is true.
Charity event?
Yeah, we're going around asking everyone who left the orphanage if they could help out. We're going to take the kids out somewhere. It's just that we would like to have more adults at the event as well. Hence the reason for trying to contact her. Plus, I wanted to see Millie again after all these years.
If that's the case, then can I come and help out?
Really? You'd do that for us?
Of course! I work at a daycare. I'm pretty good at taking care of kids if I do say so myself.
You're the best, Amy. You were like an older sister to all those kids back then. Thanks so much for this. I'll send you all the details about it soon, okay?
All right. I can't wait to see you all again. Hey, I went out of my way to send you a picture of me in a fancy dress. Couldn't you have the decency to comment on it? How boring of you. Huh? I even went out of my way to send you the pictures of the wedding. You, of course, saw everything that I sent you, right? A famous person came to celebrate our wedding. And yet you haven't even given me the slightest of responses. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean you should ignore me. You're the one who wanted to cut me out of your life. What are you talking about? You told me not to talk to you, so I decided not to reply. Having to listen and see you bragging is an exception to the case? That's selfish of you. Bragging? No, I'm not bragging. I just thought I would cheer you up with those pictures. I figured you'd never seen a wedding like that ever in your life. I didn't ask you to do that. Plus, if you wanted to cheer me up, as you claim, then you would have done more than just send pictures. Why in the world would I do more than that? I would never take you to a place as fancy as that. Have you forgotten why I cut you out of my life? Because you're embarrassed of me being raised in an orphanage, right? So you do remember. I don't need him to know that I was raised in an orphanage. Plus, there's no benefit from me introducing orphans to higher class people. So you just stay jealous of my amazing life and shut up. The thing is, your husband did invite me to the wedding. What? Well, not me, but a good lot of us. With the kids included, I would say that well over 10 of us were invited. It seems like your husband had seen some benefit in inviting orphans. Wait, you said that he invited you guys. What are you talking about? We're just at the reception right now. Can you see us? Can you see us when we're in this private area? What? Hang on. Why are you here? Wait, it's not just you. Why is that orphanage director here along with some kids? Why is it that all you orphans are at my wedding? Like I said, your husband invited us. As a sign of good faith, he invited us to the wedding. Good faith? You picked a good man, Millie. Not only is he a CEO, but he also actively works to help children in need as much as he can. What? How are you going to marry this man and you didn't even know about this? Your husband funds an orphanage. More specifically, the orphanage that we were raised in. What? Hang on. Wait. I didn't know about this. How have I not heard about this? That's a tad bit unfortunate. He told us that he and his wife are excited to have us at the wedding. Hang on. He might have mentioned something about charity work or something. I brushed off all that he was saying with a simple, "That's great," because of that, I don't know much about him. Not only is he funding the orphanage, but he also gives the kids a chance to experience many things in life, like work or crafts, which is why he also invited us to the wedding. He wanted to show the kids what a wedding was like. Since a lot of these kids have various reasons for why they don't have parents, he wanted to show that marriage is a good thing. I didn't know. Oh, I'm just a volunteer for today. I got asked by Kent to help out, which is why I'm here with the kids. I didn't think I would see a wedding this fancy in person. I'm sure the food will be great as well. This is going to be a great experience for me as well. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't think that all the people from the orphanage would be here at my wedding. Does Kent and the other staff know that I cut ties with you? That I'm hiding my background from my husband? I did tell Kent that you cut ties with me. I haven't said anything other than that, though. Something as trivial as someone cutting ties with me isn't something that needs to be brought up. No, I have to do something before he finds out. Firstly, Kent, I need to find him and make sure he keeps quiet about this. I need to ask him to pretend that he's never seen me before. What am I going to do now? He found out about everything. I can't believe that he found out about everything this early. Oh my. Did you fail in your mission to keep Kent quiet? Did he perhaps tell your husband while you weren't looking? Kent was able to read the room and keep quiet. It's those stupid brats. Those brats were the ones who ruined everything. They just had to ask, "What are you doing here, Millie?" Oh, my. He was standing next to me asking if I knew these kids. After that, those kids kept talking and revealing everything I tried to hide. The fact that I grew up in an orphanage is now out. You're going to have to forgive the kids for this one. You haven't come back to hang out with them once after you left, right? They were happy to see you after all that time. Plus, I'm sure you learned a valuable lesson. It's best to be upfront with the person you're about to marry. Huh. There was no way you could have kept it a secret the entire time. He's a nice person who donates and funds these kids. As long as you apologize and tell him the truth, I'm sure he'd understand. We're beyond just apologizing now. I lied to him about having both parents. I hired 2 people to act as my parents when he wanted to get their blessing. I'm sorry, what? I even hired those 2 again to play as my parents today. Since he found out that I lied and grew up in an orphanage, he's pretty mad. He's accusing me of lying about my work history and education. He won't listen to anything I say. He's going to find out that I was lying about my life, work, and education. Hang on now. You were lying that much to him. What else was I supposed to do? He was my ticket to getting a better life. I may have exaggerated my life a bit, but he's the one who bought into it. It got to a point where I couldn't back out anymore. Out of curiosity, how much of your life did you exaggerate? I told him that I work for a tutoring service that helps teens aim for Harvard University. He took that as me working in a very popular tutoring service specifically made for students to aim for Harvard. Which you didn't deny and let him continue to believe that? What do I do, Amy? I've never seen him this mad before. He locked himself in a room and hasn't said a word. Do you think the wedding will continue? He won't ask to divorce me, right? You should probably throw in the towel now. He just came over to us and apologized. He asked us to let him to get a divorce with you. What?
It's been a while since Millie. It's the orphanage director, Kent.
Kent? What does she mean by that earlier? What does she mean that he came over to apologize and asked to get a divorce from me?
Well, with you being raised in an orphanage, I'm technically in the role of being your parent. He came over to me and apologized for having to end things with you on these terms. He really is such a respectful person.
No, wait. You're lying. I don't want to get divorced.
Why are you so persistent with this? It's your fault that things turned out like this. You're an adult now. You shouldn't be behaving like a child.
I'm not. I just don't want to do things that I don't want to do.
Like, if that's the case, then you should have been honest with him from the start. You decided to go through the entire process of hiding the truth instead, which led you to where you are now. You went as far as hiring people to play as your parents and lied about your work history and education. Of course he would want to end things with you.
What else was I supposed to do? There's no way that he would have liked me if I told him the truth about being raised in an orphanage. He wouldn't even bother to look my way if I did. So of course I hid the truth.
What's wrong with being raised in an orphanage? Everyone who grew up has left and lived happily. That goes for our staff too. We all supported everyone, including you, to make sure that you all grow up to be wonderful adults. I do not doubt that I love you more than your parents do. It's not just you. I love all the children at the orphanage equally. Everyone grows up and lives such happy lives. People get married and create their own families. People who even started up their own companies.
Really?
Where you were raised shouldn't define who you can and cannot be. The reason you're in the position you're currently in is not because of how or where you were raised. You need to understand that it's your rotten personality that is the cause.
What? If you claim to love me more than my parents do, then at least comfort me. I was the one who lost a chance at a great life.
Even if I wanted to comfort you, you blocked me on your own accord, remember? This is why I'm talking to you through Amy's phone rather than my own.
Oh, right.
You're embarrassed by us, aren't you? If that's the case, you can get back on your own 2 feet by yourself. You threw away us and your closest friend. Don't think that things can go back to the way it was before all this.
Please.
Good luck. I don't know how your life will turn out from here on out, but I'll pray that you manage to get by.
Millie's wedding ended up getting canceled, and now she is getting sued for marriage fraud by her former husband. According to Kent, Amy's marriage wouldn't have been in shambles for her background, but rather all the lies she told about her occupation and so on. He said that he couldn't have a life partner with someone who we can't tell is lying or not. As for Millie, to pay off the fines for the wedding and marriage, she started working the night shift somewhere. She managed to get customers due to her sob story, but all the people interested in her are problematic. Since having no friends and family to complain about her job to, she's quietly working hard, alone.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow.